Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today I have another watch by Watchstar for the ladies, and this is called the Lady Star. I get pretty excited to get even though generally my the people who view my videos tend to be men for the most part, there is a small percentage of women that view, and you never know how the channel may grow. Also, gentlemen, guys who love watches tend to have girlfriends who get into it and like watches. Maybe not on the same grand scale, but gentlemen, it's always a great gift for the ladies, okay? And so this one is fantastic. I reviewed another Watchstar watch before for the ladies, and it was pretty awesome. And one thing that Watchstar does on their women's watches is they just ice them out. They really put a lot of stones on them, and they really sparkle. And they're very girly, and they're very flashy. And this is no exception to that rule. So here it is. This is called the Lady Star. And you'll see you have a whole bunch of stones around the bezel. You have stones on the lugs for the band. And of course you have stones at the 12, 4, 6, and 8 o'clock position. Is that right? Sorry, 3, 6, 9, and 12, excuse me. So before I show you this watch on my wrist, okay, I want to get into some of the specifics on it. So this watch here is a Swiss-made timepiece. It's powered by a Swiss-made 656 EBS quartz movement. Basically, on your functions, you have hours and minutes. So that's about it. Basic, simple face, simple way to tell time. On the face of the watch, and speaking of the face of the watch, this is genuine mother of pearl. This is one of the most beautiful pieces of mother of pearl that I've seen to date. Lots of color shift, lots of variation. It's almost like being underwater when you look at this. And I'm not sure if the genuine sapphire crystal is actually amplifying that a little bit, but it really is a beautiful looking face. In mother of pearl, you can get a lot of different variations on this, but this is an exceptional piece. You'll notice on the what's the markers here? The 3, 6, 9, and 12 o'clock position. You actually have, these are genuine diamonds, and hopefully you can see that they are prong set. As far as the color and clarity, you have 1.8 millimeter hand placed in a 4-prong setting on each of those locations. It is a TCW 0.10 color GH and clarity S12. Around the bezel, these are genuine Swarovski crystals. They're some people may say, oh, it's just cubic zirconia, but Swarovski is more of a, I guess, what I would consider a higher quality crystal. They're not actually like synthetic stones. They're actually genuine crystals. Swarovski is a company that makes all kinds of figurines. They're a Swarovski store. So when you have a Swarovski crystal, I would say it's the best alternative to a genuine diamond or gemstone. So hopefully you can see that here. If I can get close enough there to show you that. There we go. That's a little better. So around the bezel, you have 104 of these. The size is 1.5 millimeter, 2 millimeter, and 3 millimeter. They are TCW 4.16. The cut is round, and they are brilliant cut to GIA standards. It is a sapphire anti-reflective crystal, and I believe when they talk about these Swarovski crystals, you're looking at the 1.5 millimeter around the bezel, and of course at the top of the lug, which connects to the band, you have a couple more at the 2 millimeter, and then the ones on the side of the lugs here are actually a 3 millimeter stone. So lots of bling on this watch. If you flip it on the back, this is a limited edition timepiece. This one is number 15 of 500 made. And to set this watch, you might notice there is no crown. And what you have is a button on the back of the watch, and you just basically take a small push pin and you keep pressing that, and that will actually turn the hands of the clock, and then you can set it to whatever time that it is or whatever time zone you're in. As far as the band is concerned, it is a, where is it here? It has a custom tang buckle with 3D raised 5-pointed star. Let me go ahead and show you that. This is pretty cool because this is the same buckle that I just reviewed on another Watchstar watch, and I love that they did this on this particular watch. I'm going to leave the plastic on here because I didn't take it off previously, but there it is there. Got the Watchstar logo. The band here, it doesn't look like it looks like it's genuine leather, but it looks like the outside is treated with some sort of kind of a textured pattern. I'm not sure what you would actually call that. And it says here the watch strap. Okay, 20 millimeters. It's got a custom satin surface with leather. There you go. Contoured to fit around the center jeweled lugs with the 2 side screws that are jeweled, which is with 3 millimeter stones. And as far as the dial is concerned, they say this dial is white. This is a misprint on the listing. This is a baby blue mother of pearl with an iridescent sort of finish, and of course is AAA mother of pearls, what they call it. I guess there's different grades of mother of pearl. And you definitely see that this one here is an exceptional cut of mother of pearl. Pretty awesome looking timepiece, guys. So I am going to take this plastic off here because I do have to show you guys what it looks like on the wrist. Now again, girls naturally, in most cases, are a little bit smaller than guys, right? And so not every girl will have a 7-inch wrist. Some girls will have much smaller. So let's see what it fits like on a 7-inch wrist. And you know, this watch here, you know, girls are wearing watches that are a lot larger. So this is not a small watch. And as far as the, obviously, does it say on here the size? There it is. So 45 millimeters in case diameter. So you have a lot of guys on YouTube reviewing watches say, I never wear more than 38. So ladies, you'll be rocking a bigger watch than a lot of the guys. All right, folks, let's go ahead and throw it on the wrist. This is on a 7-inch wrist. My height and weight doesn't really matter at this point. And you know what's interesting about this watch? This is a very feminine looking watch, but I mean, honestly, a guy could pull this off, but it does, you know, it is more geared towards the ladies. So here it is on a 7-inch wrist. On a 7-inch wrist, I have about 4 more positions on the buckle. So this watch can get down, probably I'd say to maybe a 6-inch wrist. I wouldn't say it would go much smaller than that. This watch will actually surprisingly go up to a much larger size wrist, which is kind of weird that they did that in my honest opinion. You'd think they would have brought this down smaller to fit a smaller wrist, but nonetheless, I mean, it is what it is. Gentlemen, if you want to get your girl a gift, this is not a bad one to get her. Not bad at all. All right, so as far as price point in this watch here, and even at this distance, like you wouldn't really, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I personally, when I look at this watch, I think it's unisex. I personally wouldn't look at this watch and say, oh man, you're wearing a woman's watch. I think this watch has got enough going on with it that a guy could pull this off. And look at how big it is. Like even on my wrist as a guy, it doesn't look like a women's dainty watch. Like I don't think this looks feminine at all. I think this is definitely something that a guy could pull off as well. I think it's pretty cool. All right, so as far as price point right now, this is actually, again, through my link, this is, I got a starting bid of $218, but in best offer button on here. So you can make an offer on it. The seller will either opt to accept it or decline it. If you're interested, definitely check it out and make them an offer. See what they accept. So guys, let me know what you think. Ladies, if you're watching this video, let me know what you think. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel. Once again, I want to thank Watchstar for their generosity in sending me these to review. It's great to be able to have another arrangement with a company to get a lot of cool stuff like this to share with you guys. You know, I'd never be able to share women's watches with you guys because obviously I don't buy women's watches. And you know, in the past, you know, when I've had a girlfriend, you know, I bought her a few watches here and there. In some cases, I've even got her men's watches that are INVICTAs because she started to get involved in kind of the larger pro divers and stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of these watches really are universal, unisex, and you know, I mean, either sex can really pull it off. Just depends on your personality and what you're willing to wear. So, all right, guys, once again, let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel, click the bell to be notified anytime I upload a new video. Sorry if this video is a little bit scattered. My voice is starting to, I hope I don't get laryngitis. It's really starting to get a little raspy here. So I'm going to rest it. Final video for the day. Drop a comment, and you guys have a wonderful day. Check out the links, and take care.